Welcome to today's football predictions of Best Craft. It's another very wonderful Sunday morning, and once again we are back with the predictions on this very channel as usual. We always look at football matches that is going on across the globe and also getting stats on each of these games, using it to make verdicts on each of the matches before bringing it forward for you. That's what we do on this very channel, and we've been doing very well of percent, and most of the games that we had have been coming out just the way we predicted it with the stats. All right, yesterday was very wonderful. We saw all the games predicted yesterday, booming, winning. All the games predicted yesterday. Besides the single one, but we had 6/6 yesterday. It was a fantastic day. And today we hope to also do very well. And win all our games once again. All right, that. In a short while, we're going to be looking at these matches, but I want to use the opportunity to ask you for coming across our video for the first time. If you are not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Take our time to hit the button right now so that you won't be missing out on our games that will always come up here on the daily page. Also, remember to subscribe to our Telegram channel, Betcraft. On search Betcraft on Telegram. You be also getting our updates on Telegram as well. All right, without further ado, let's head to the business of today, and we'll be having the first match of today. It is an English Premier League where we'll have a Newcastle United who will be facing Manchester United, and promises to be a very exciting one actually. And when you look at the stats for these two teams, you can see that for a home side, Newcastle United, they have won 4 games out of the last 6 matches, and also they have lost 2 out of those. And the away side, on the other, Manchester United have won 2 games and 3 draws out of the last 6 games. They've also lost 1. And when you take a look at how these two teams have performed on home and away perspective, you can see that playing from home, Newcastle United have done very well from home, winning 7 games out of the last 10 home matches and also having 3 losses as well. And the away side, Manchester United won 3 games, in the last 10 away games, but they've had 5 draws as well as 3 losses. And 5 draws as well as 2 losses in the last 10 away matches. Okay, and on head-to-head basis, you can see the last time both teams met, it was Newcastle who won from away on that occasion. That was in December of last year, defeating Manchester United by 2-0 on that occasion. Okay, but when you look closely at the results for Newcastle United in recent times, you can see that most of the matches they've had so far have produced good amount of goals. 9 times out of 10, it has seen over 2.5, and in this very one, we are looking at goals as option in this very encounter, and we expect to see a minimum of 3 goals in this very encounter, and over 2.5. That's our value for that very game. All right, and that takes us to the next for today. It is in Spanish La Liga where we'll have Deportivo Alaves who will be facing Real Madrid. Okay, for Alves, it is 2 victories and 2 draws, and as well as 2 losses in the last 6 recent encounters. And the we side of Real Madrid is 2 victories, a draw, as well as 3 losses in the last 6 matches that they have so far. And when we look at how these two teams perform from home and away basis, you can see that Deportivo Alaves have won 2 matches and 3 draws in the last 10 home games, but have lost 5 matches out of the last 10 home matches that they have so far. All right, when you take a look at their away side, Real Madrid have managed to achieve 5 victories and 1 draw in the last 10 away games, but have lost 4 matches. All right, the latest loss was against Arsenal when they lost by 3-0 in the Champions League. All right, on head-to-head basis, Madrid have actually been very dominant on this very tie, winning against this very side. The last 10 meetings for both sides saw Madrid winning all 10, and also noting the fact that Barcelona have actually won their games. Their match yesterday against Leganés, and Madrid will be looking to continue to put the pressure on Barcelona. They'll be looking to win this very match, so that to maintain the position. So it is their way side to win outright. That's what we expect for this very game. Okay, and that takes us straight to the next game for today. It is in Italian Serie C where we have Avellino who will facing Monopoli. Okay, Avellino in the last 6 matches have been able to win all the 6 games that they've had so far. 6 out of 6. That's Avellino. They're topping the Serie C league at the moment, and Monopoli on the other hand, Have won 3 games and 2 draws, losing one in the last 6 matches they had so far. All right, when you take a look at how these two teams have performed from home and away basis, you could see that Monopoli have done so very well, winning 9 games and 1 draw in the last 10 home matches. They've not lost a single match out of the last 10 home games that they have so far. That tells you how strong this side have been. And Monopoli, their away side, have managed to achieve 4 victories and 3 draws, and also losing 3 games in the last 10 away matches. We saw them losing the last away game, by 1 goal to 0 on that occasion. And on head-to-head basis, you can see that last time both teams met, it was a 1-1 draw. That was in December of last year. And prior to that, we saw Avellino also beating this very side from away by 1 goal to 0. That was in February of last year. All right, and in this very encounter, we know that Avellino is doing very well and they're topping the league at the moment with 2 points. They'll be looking to do very well in this very one to continue leading, okay, because they're actually topping the second team with 2 points. So in this very encounter, we'll be expecting the home side Avellino to either win or draw in this very one, and yet under 4.5. So home win or draw and under 4.5. That's what we expect for that very encounter. All right, and that will take us to the next for today. It is in the French Ligue 1 where we have Auxerre who will be facing Olympique Lyon. All right, Auxerre have been able to achieve 4 victories and a draw in the last 6 games, but they've also lost 1. And also Olympique Lyon have won 4 games as well as 1 draw, losing 1 as well in the last 6 matches that they have so far. All right, when you look at how they fared from home and away basis, you can see that Auxerre have won 3 games and 5 draws in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 2 losses. And the away side, Olympique Lyon have won 4 matches and 3 draws in the last 10 away games, losing 3 out of those, 10 away matches that they had so far. Okay, and we saw them doing well against Manchester United, playing out a 1-0 draw against Manchester United during the midweek. But on head-to-head basis between these two sides, you could see that last time they met, it was in October of last year, and Olympique Lyon and Auxerre played out a 2-2 draw on that occasion. But prior to that, we saw Olympique Lyon, defeating this very side in club friendly by 3-2. But in this very encounter, Olympique Lyon will be hoping to do very well to also move up this start and also maintain a European position for next season. And Auxerre actually is a mid-table team. They have nothing to lose, but we'll be expecting the away side, Olympique Marseille, to either win or draw and yet under 4.5 in this very one. I will win or draw under 4. That's what we expect for that very game. And the next is in Portugal Premier, where we'll have Sporting Braga will be up against Alaves. Sporting Braga have won 3 games and a draw in the last 6 matches. They've lost 2 games as well. And we side AVS have managed 1 win and 1 draw, but have lost 4 matches already in the last 6 games. And on head-to-head basis, you can see that Sporting Braga have done very well for themselves, winning 7 games and 2 draws in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 1 loss. And we side AVS have had just 1 win, 4 draws, as well as 5 losses. And the last 2 away games that they have so far, so they're losing 2 away games. All right, in this very one, the last meeting was actually in December of last year, and Sporting Braga won from away on that occasion. But in this one, we expect to see the home side, Sporting Braga, winning out shortly in this very game. So it is a home side to win out shortly. That's Friday for that very encounter. And the next game that we have for you is in Turkish Super League, where we have Sivasspor, who will facing Fenerbahce. Okay, for Sivasspor, it is 2 victories and a draw, and as well as 3 losses. And away side Fenerbahce, it is 3 victories and a draw, and also 2 losses in the last 6 matches. All right, when you take a look at how they fared from home and away basis, Sivasspor have won 3 games and 3 draws, but have lost 4 matches in the last 10 home games. Okay, and away side Fenerbahce have won 7 matches and 3 draws in the last 10 away matches. They've not lost a single match from away. They're doing so very well at the moment, and they'll be looking to put up pressure on Galatasaray. Seeing that Galatasaray have actually won their last, their 2019 game. So we'll be expecting Fenerbahce, the away side, to rise to the occasion once again. Also noting the fact that they won the last meeting by 4-0 against the Sivasspor side. So it is their way side to win out shortly. That's what we expect for that very game. And that brings our predictions for you today on Betcraft to conclusion. Wish you the very best of luck and hope your ticket goes green. Also remember to play responsibly, as these are football games sometimes may present a little bit of surprises. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day. We'll be back with our predictions, and do not miss out. But until that time, you keep winning.